Hey, Viking fans, are you looking for an update for Brian O'Neill's condition? Is he going to be ready for the season? Let's talk about it next in 3, 2, 1. Gather around, Skull brothers and sisters. This is Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Skull World. Make sure you smash the like button. This is the third show. I didn't hit 100. I didn't hit 50. If I get 25 likes, I'm giving away the Justin Jefferson rookie card, the draft card. I throw in another one too. Yet to be determined. Send that to you. I will raffle off whoever leaves a comment. So you got to hit like, you have to be subscribed, and you have to leave a comment. These are test giveaways because I'm going to go big in the season. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to talk about Brian O'Neill. What's his situation? It's honestly looking up. However, when you hear partially torn Achilles tendon, what the hell does that mean? I honestly, it scares the crap out of me. I'm optimistic at nature when it comes to the team. That scares me, and especially considering how the offensive line played. Oliudo did not look like the guy at the end of the season in that first preseason game. He concerned me a little bit. So relying on Oliudo to take over, not ideal. He did play well in Brian O'Neill's absence last year, so I give him a lot of credit. I was happy that we re-signed him. I thought it was important. But Brian O'Neill needs to be healthy. This offensive line is depending on our tackles right now. I think hopefully the best players win out on the interior line. They make a decision. Who knows? Bringing a Reisner. I throw out the idea. Blake Brandel playing right guard, possibly if he can beat out Ed Ingram. Apparently, Kevin O'Connell thinks Ed Ingram played fine on the preseason game. Ed Ingram thinks he played fine on the preseason game, but I know Blake Brandel played awesome in the preseason game. So I think and he's listed as the backup right guard on the depth chart, even though he played left guard in the preseason. And then, Ezra Cleveland's a great run blocker, but he has been suspect in pass protection. Reisner's a exact opposite of that. Maybe bring in a Reisner. Maybe we fixed our pass blocking like that going into the regular season, where we led the league last year and at least one of the top ones, but we led the league in quarterback hits. We're close to it in sacks. It's pressures, led the league, and yeah, all that. That's not good. So we need to fix it. And the last thing we need is a Brian O'Neill not at full speed. Hello, Will Raggets writes an article about the very subject. From SI.com. I quote this guy more than anybody in the league. Let's bring it up. Vikings tackle Brian O'Neill is getting closer and closer to a full return. O'Neill is continuing to ramp up his participation as he nears full recovery from last year's Achilles tear. I just hate hearing that. This is the worst injury for an athlete other than losing a limb, that's what scares me. Apparently it's an partially torn. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? I wish I saw the MRI or X-ray or whatever you need to see to what it partially tear to make me feel a little bit better. Is it just like a little sliver off of it? Is it still good? It's still structurally sound? But apparently he's doing okay. The dude's big dude, 6'7" or something like that, over 300 pounds. It's a lot of pressure on a little tendon. All right. And the worst part is I think he hurt it during a turnover, going after trying to make a tackle. It just hurts my soul. Okay, Vikings right tackle Brian O'Neill getting closer and closer to a full return from the Achilles injury he suffered in Green Bay a little over 8 months ago. During Sunday's practice, O'Neill participated in team periods for the first time in his training camp. I was excited, real excited. O'Neill told reporters after practice, I'm just trying to follow the plan they got for me. It's time to shake off some rust. We're right on schedule. Trainers are doing a great job. We're not there yet, but we will be. That's optimistic. He wouldn't be on the field if they didn't think he was okay, right? He wouldn't be. He malpractice. This dude is ready, right? Please tell me he's ready. There's a lot riding on this. Darisaw had the concussions. O'Neill had the tear. They are our offensive line. So please tell me in the comments. Tell me you're optimistic. Tell me to feel better. Tell me to not worry about this. All right. I'm usually positive in nature, and I just want these dudes all healthy. I don't want anybody hurt. O'Neill will presumably get some work done this week. Joint practices against the Titans. He's going to go against the Titans. That's promising. He's going to do the joint practices. I thought he would skip that. The Cardinals will be in town next week for 2 more joint practices. Wow, 2 practices. Wow. So they're playing 2 teams, and there was a total of 3 practices. And then preparation for the regular season opener against the Buccaneers on September 10th will kick into high gear. All offseason, the Vikings have brought O'Neill along slowly with a clear-cut plan to get him ready for week 1. Offensive coordinator Wes Phillips liked what he saw from O'Neill's return to padded 11-on-11 actions. Here's a quote. It was great to see Brian out there, Phillips said on Monday. He looked really good yesterday. Credit to Tyler Williams and his team, and then Brian himself for the work he's put in with that type of injury. He looked athletic. He was even doing some things that he had worked on somehow without having an Achilles over this offseason. Some of the things with his punch and his sets were actually, we were saying, wow, that looks even better than what we saw before. This is where, again, optimistic in nature, but I am hesitant when people are over optimistic. He's better than he was before. Like, he has more tools. He worked on stuff, even though he had the Achilles. That, if true, that is great. And thanks for the bedside manner, Wes Phillips, for convincing me and the rest of the Viking fans that Brian O'Neill is 100% healthy. I want it to be so bad. Y'all you have to do it. Just wish it to be, man. Wish it to be. Here we go. I know he's been really hungry to get out there. Phillips added, he's obviously one of our leaders, one of our captain players on this team. So it was a great to see. He is a total leader. I saw that in him going into preseason last year. The way he talked about Ezra Cleveland, giving us the confidence that he could play. He'll be much better at playing at left guard, playing in his more natural side of the ball. O'Neill, who turns 28 next month, is entering a 6th NFL season. He made his first Pro Bowl in 2021 and is among the game's highest paid right tackles. That's it, man. He is apparently new and improved. He's got new punch and new sets, and I wish I knew what that meant. I wish he would sit down, break it down. I wish someone had the film in practice showing us, hey, look how he improved. This is him different. But, hey, we're going to take Wes Phillips' word for it. He's a pretty straight shooter. I trust him. Vikings fans are pessimistic in nature. I am probably on the more positive side of that. I just want it to be true, man. Give me some Brian O'Neill out on that field. I am happy, excited for him that he's participating in practice and is going to go against the combined practices with Tennessee and the Cardinals. All right, man. That's it for this one. If you're listening to this, we got JJ Vikings tonight on Under the Lights, 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. Is ready to go. We're going to have our top 5 big time contributors that didn't contribute much or at all the previous year. Let's go. Cue the music.